Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. If you've not been here before, a massive warm welcome, and if you have, welcome back to the channel. I really do appreciate you all supporting me. So today, well, like this video, I was going to sit down and film a video and I'm still going to do that video. That's why I've got no eyeshadow on. But I recently ordered a little bit of a haul from Beauty Bay, just a few products, and one of those products was a new highlighter. Not that I needed another highlighter, but I had a theory. So you would, if you've been watching my videos, you will know that last month I got this one. So it's the OFRA Signature Palette, and I just wasn't convinced with the formula. I thought maybe like with some companies like the minis aren't as good of a formula as maybe the full size products, so that's why I wanted to get a full size product, and I got one of the collabs, so the OFRA and Madison Miller in Moondance, so we're going to have a look at that in a second. But I also got the Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation. I'm not wearing it today. It came just as I got my foundation on, so I can't do that word test today, but that's fine. And I also got that Reserve Your Cabana. Apparently it's meant to be a dupe for the Hourglass, one of the finishing powders. I presume it's the lightest one that you can get, because I've just swatched it, and although it does look really nice, not too sure how it would look on the skin. But we're going to be doing a Wet n Wild. Not a full face, because I don't have near enough as many products to do a full face, but we're definitely going to be using the new Dewy Foundation. Yeah, we're definitely going to be using the new Dewy Foundation that Wet n Wild brought out, the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. I don't know whether to get a new blush or use the Wet n Wild Blush and Highlight Duo, and I think that's all I've got by Wet n Wild. Oh, I've got lipsticks as well, so we'll be using a lipstick. I was going to buy an eyeshadow palette, but I just thought to myself, why waste more money? You've got tons of eyeshadow palettes. And spoiler alert, I have just ordered one of Pat McGrath's eyeshadow palettes, the least expensive ones. I think it retails at £22 normally, and I got it for £13. That's with postage, and it's obviously coming from America, and that is so cheap. It comes with 5 eyeshadows in it. I think it's called the Sublime palette. Let me just get the name. Right, so the correct name for it is actually called, I've just clicked on this by mistake, the Eye Ecstasy eyeshadow palette. They do 2 different ones. So they do Sublime or Sublime, whichever way you want to pronounce it, and Subversive. So Sublime is the more like, I would say, neutral toned one, and then the other one is more blue toned. I'll show you them both. So that's what it looks like. Isn't that just so pretty? And it's so me, like with rose gold tones in it. I cannot wait for this. And at the moment on the Pat McGrath Labs website, it's only £13, so it gives me the opportunity to try her eyeshadow formula. I've never tried it before, and this formula doesn't look like the same as her other formula. I don't know though. Maybe you'll be able to tell me if it is or it isn't. And these palettes aren't as expensive as the other ones that she brings out, like the Mothership ones. They really are expensive. And then if you want more daring colours, then you've got these. I was going to get them both, but I just thought, no, I'll just get one, because you might not like the formula, and £22 not a lot of money anyway, is it? So you can always buy it at full price, because that includes the shipping as well. And they come in these, I don't know if you've ordered from Pat McGrath before, but they come in this beautiful gold packaging there. It's just super pretty, you know, it's very detailed. I want to show you the one I've got. You're not really interested in that one because I'm not getting that one. More close up. So you've seen the palette. So these are the shades. Like, that's what it's going to look like on me. So yeah, that's probably more my skin tone. And if you've got a darker skin tone than that, should say deeper skin tone. It's not letting me click on it. Conceal. Oh, never mind. This video's not about that anyway. But yeah, that's a palette that I've ordered, so that should be coming like probably in the next week as well. But for now, we're talking about the OFRA highlighter formula. So I was saying, I know brands that do the minis, like Benefit are supposed to be one of them. They do minis of blushes and things like that, and the formula isn't supposed to be the same. That's what I've been told. Obviously I've only got, I think, one mini of Gold Rush, and I haven't got the full size, so I've got nothing to compare it to, and I'm not going to go out and buy Gold Rush because I'm really not that interested in my Benefit blushes anymore. But OFRA highlighters are meant to be up there with the highlighters. Everyone raves about them, and I was thinking, why don't I like this formula? You know, everyone says the formula is just so good, and even on this palette they're saying, yeah, it's a really, really good formula, really creamy and buttery, and I'm thinking, what am I missing? I'm obviously missing something here. I've been playing around for it for the last month since I got it, and although it does look pretty on the face, you know, I think it was £27 or either £25 or £27 when I bought it. It's not worth that to me. I'll show you what it looks like. It's super pretty. Looks like that. And I haven't used it a lot. I've just swatched it a hell of a lot. So yeah, I wouldn't say to me that is worth the money that I spent on it. In fact, I'm thinking about maybe, you know, trying to sell it on Depop. Just because I don't think it's worth it for me. I've got like drugstore highlighters that are more creamy than this. I don't know if that's all of like the minis. I was gonna get, I don't know if it's called, yeah, it was called All the Lights. So I was going to get the highlighter that comes in a box like this, and it's All the Lights. But I thought to myself, well, what if it's the same thing? I mean, it looks super pretty and everything, but what if it's the same thing? What if it's not creamy? So yeah, I wanted to get a full-size highlighter, and then I looked through the collections. At first I was looking at Nikki Tutorials collection, which looks super pretty, but I've recently been watching Madison Miller videos, and I really wanted to support her. Both highlighters look amazing, Moondance and Sea Shimmer, and this is what I've got. I've got the Moondance one, so like it's kind of like the palest one. It's like a pale gold, a pale white gold, a little bit similar to Star Island. Let me just come forward. It looks a little bit similar to that. We're going to swatch them two against each other, and you'll be able to see the pigment. I have kind of swatched it already. I need to just rub that off, and it does look more creamy, more pigmented. So on it just says OFRA Madison Miller Collab. I'm going to keep this box, it's really nice. So it says liquid to bake formula creates show-stopping pigments that melt into the skin. And then on the back it says, be a 24/7 glow getter, show off your most loved features in our glow inducing highlighters. Using a fan brush, number 7, apply to the high point of the face to give the appearance of a more lifted features and a glowing radiant complexion. Use the highlighter on the cheekbones, eyebrow bone, inner corner of the eyes, the bridge of the nose, and for ultra glowiness, use on the shoulders and décolletage. So, am I coming out? What's going on? Sorry, oh, is it this necklace? Right, I found this necklace. Well, I didn't find it. It was in a box, and it looks like it's breaking me out. Right, I need to take it off. Oh, sorry. I never get anything like that. Can't get this off now. I mean, it's silver. I wear a lot of silver jewellery. It shouldn't be doing this. Right, let's tear this off a minute. I'm looking at the small mirror. Put that on bed a sec. just a couple of spots. It's not a rash, but then there's something coming here as well. Sorry guys, this wasn't meant to be what's on my skin. Yeah, so I don't know where I was in talking about the OFRA highlighters, but I didn't necessarily need an OFRA highlight or any highlight. I love highlighters at the moment. They've kind of taken over my obsession with eyeshadow palettes. I've got a ton of eyeshadow palettes in my collection. Highlighters I don't really have as much, but I don't want as much highlighters as eyeshadows. But I do like to try formulas, especially like when it comes to higher end. And what you would expect from a higher end formula is that it's creamy, buttery, you know, looks really nice on the skin. I'm not saying this doesn't look nice on the skin, but it's not creamy and buttery. I'm going to swatch the Madison Miller one against the Star Island one. So this one again is called Moondance. So that's a box there. I've just got it about an hour, not even an hour, about half an hour ago. I did have a look at it and did like have a little bit of a swatch. So this looks like that. This is my first full size one. And oh, it looks so pretty. Some of these though, I mean, it's not looking loose in the pan, but I've heard that some of these fall out, so I need to be careful with it. Oh, look how pretty it is. I think that's going to look really nice on my skin. Right, so we'll swatch this one first. That is what I'm talking about. That is the pigment I wanted from the minis. Right, so that's just one swatch. Let's do another. That's so pretty. I'm in love. Right, so now we're going to go into this one. Star Island here, which is a similar shade. I've been told, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like the texture's rough on these. I would just say I'd expect more from a higher end palette. And you get a lot for your money, I know that. And I know that not every formula is the same. But can you see how much better that looks to that one? This one is just more smoother and buttery, and then this one just has more texture on it, and most of them have texture apart from Blissful. I'll swatch Blissful as well because this is the closest that we're going to get to the OFRA formula in the Madison Miller. I'll swatch it on the other side of the Madison Miller one. And that's that one. That's just one swatch. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this palette I got, this OFRA Signature Palette. I might try and sell it on Depop, see if anyone wants it. Like I said, I've only really swatched it and put it on like my skin in a couple of videos. So I mean, I'll give a good price, but you know, it's quite sad. I mean, we'll just see. I do prefer the full size formula, if I'm being completely honest. I've not even had it on my skin yet, but I just know by the swatches, if you look at them too, you can just tell how much more pigmented this one is. And I've got a feeling that's going to be the same with other full size OFRA highlighters. I think I'm going to choose like, not necessarily next month, I want to choose like one or two more full size ones and just see if I'm right about it. But you know, this is why I got this one, just to see if, you know, if I am right about the formula, and I think that I am. You know, it's just so much different, and you know, looks a lot better in swatches. And swatches isn't everything. It's like when you swatch an eyeshadow palette, they don't always look the same as on your eyes as what it looks like on your hand. But yeah, let's just get into this. So what I'm going to do is just put some of this W7 Ready Set Glow on. get my brush that I've been using for highlight. And let's put it on. Highlighting makes me so happy. Right, so get quite a generous bit on the brush. Get my other mirror. This is probably going to come out in next week's Shop My Stash. Oh yeah. Sorry about that, my nose was just really runny. I mean, they have got a little bit of glitter in them, but not so much that I wouldn't like it. Guys, I've got a complaint about Beauty Bay. I don't know who's put the prices up. I presume it's Beauty Bay to make a profit on it. But these highlighters, about a week ago I was looking, £24, and it's gone up to £27 for one single highlighter. Yeah, so I mean, put your prices up by all means, but do you have to put them up like by £3? I mean, obviously people are still going to buy them that want them, but yeah, I mean, I just think it's extortion, if I'm being completely honest. Look at that, it's blinding. That's what I want from a highlighter. I've got subtle highlighters in my collection. I didn't want any more, I wanted more blinding ones. So yeah, loving this highlight. We're giving you a more in-depth review next month. So now you've got my thoughts on the OFRA like Signature Glow palette, #glow palette, Signature palette, whatever, and this kind of first impression. Boom, boom. Oh yes. So yeah, that's that. Like I said, I did get a couple of other products, but I'll be filming that in a separate video. This is it for this video, guys. I just wanted to talk to you about the palettes, well, the palette and the single, and just see if I was right about my theory. And I can confirm that I was. The full size highlighters are just so much more better. I would say if you're thinking about getting the OFRA Signature Glow palette, because of the 5 highlighters, the formulas are just not the same as the full size ones. I haven't tested every single highlighter. Obviously it would cost too much money, they're £27, so I'm not going to get every single highlighter in full size. Maybe over time I will collect them. But yeah, I mean, the formula in the Glow palette is just, the texture, I would say, it's not even the formula, the texture is just not smooth at all. I wouldn't say it's chalky either, it's just not, it's not great, and I really don't like it, to be honest. I don't like the fact that I've spent all that money on a highlighter palette and I'm not happy with it. Like I said, once it's on the face, it's okay, but it doesn't wow me like this one has. So yeah, I think the way I'm thinking at the moment is I'm going to try and sell it and see if anyone wants it. It's currently sold out at Beauty Bay, so someone might have been looking for it and want it, and I'll obviously give them it at a cheaper price than I paid for it, but I don't want to get ripped off if they, I mean, I think £20 for that palette is a good price. Like I said, it's £27 on the website. If they don't want to pay that much, then I'll just keep it in the collection, and I'll use it up. I just won't repurchase it. So that's my thoughts. If you like I said, you know, if you do want to try that OFRAGLOW palette, that's entirely up to you, but I would say try the full size, even get like all the lights. It's a little bit more expensive. I think that's Virgin on the £30 mark, but I think the formula in there, it looks quite smooth on the website. Yeah, so I think the single All the Lights will actually be better formula than in the OFRAGLOW highlighter palette. I have to think about these things, get my wording out properly. Really enjoyed this first impression. Just look at that glow, guys. If you don't like a beaming highlighter, obviously they're not for you, but maybe if you don't like a beaming highlighter, you probably wouldn't have clicked on this video to watch it. If you did click on it, thank you for watching it. It really does mean a lot to me. If you've not already subscribed and become part of our little family over here on YouTube, please click that subscribe button down below and click the notifications bell, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.